always.
The world. I'm not repeating it either.
Audience, I'm just letting you know you missed the greatest shit because we're hilarious.
Because I'm late.
No, before we hit the recording button, we say the funniest shit and you don't hear it. So
maybe we're
that's my
funny
problem.
Literally all the time. Like all the time.
I am.
We are pretty funny.
Yeah, that was mostly my fault.
Not at all,
I apologize for being late. And
Randall,
the fact that you have to talk about Ren Fair.
Not at all.
We just love Ren Fair, so we're going to talk about it anyways.
We also talked about Betsy Johnson, and we talked about workplace appropriate clothes and doing good in the world, and we talked about my bags. So very important.
You're the only one who actually does work on this podcast. The rest of us just show up and
that's not
we're
true.
Here for the vibes.
We all do our own version of work.
We're the personality hires, right?
We all do our own version of work, and
we keep this from being another dude bro film podcast.
Exactly.
So we're very important.
This podcast is essentially like a high school group project, and Randall is the only one who's actually doing the work.
You can tell it's not a high school group project that I'm part of because we haven't done a skit yet.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna say
we watch these movies every single time.
It's true. That is work. You don't deny it. And again, as I always emphasize, it is by each their mean to each, whatever. I'm going into
it's gonna be a good one.
half Marxist quote, and then I'm like, whatever.
Whatever.
We're in the hellscape that we live in.
We'll have to talk about teens like throwing bootles at people or hitting them with cars again.
I was gonna say save it for the pod.
Wasted it.
It's true. I mean, that was so on theme.
It would have been a perfect transition, but we, alas, have not given that to Randall this time.
No, it's fine. You know what? Sometimes you don't get transitions, and this is one of those. So welcome to You're No Fun Anymore, the podcast where we deal with our nostalgia. I'm Randall.
I'm Dana.
I'm Bryce.
I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Helen.
And
What's that evilly Helen?
Evil
on trend.
I was gonna say evil Helen.
I'm Helen.
And yes, maybe keep your dog inside for a little bit.
Oh my god!
Because we're going back into 1993's The Good Son, and I have to thank Bryce for this. We need to talk about Kevin McCallister.
Yes! There are no alternates. That is all you need.
Yeah, my original one was Must Loathe Dogs, but,
That one was the winner.
That is genius.
Was the winner.
Perfect. Love it. Mwah. No notes.
Kiss.
No notes.
Behind his smile lies a secret.
Hey, Mark, come on, let's go. Where are we going?
Behind his eyes lies a plan.
Who is he? Mr. Highway. Wow. What are you going to do with it?
And behind the image of a good son.
Coming?
So what are you guys up to out there?
Sorry, Mom. Top secret. Where are we going?
We're here.
Lies the terrifying truth.
Say goodbye. No! You know you did? You could have killed people. I feel sorry for you. You just don't know how to have fun. What? You're a doctor. You know things.
Well, some things.
What if there was this boy? And he did these terrible things because he liked doing them. Such a sweet little thing. It'd be too bad if something were to happen to her. Would you say he was evil?
I don't believe in evil.
You should.
When innocence is just a mask.
Do you really think I'd hurt her? You wouldn't. Poor Mark. So violent.
When trust becomes a weapon, then anyone can become the next victim.
If I let you go, you think you could fly?
Macaulay Culkin, the good son.
Content warning. This selected film may contain scenes depicting the following: intense child violence, fratricide, filicide, animal abuse, attempted murder, wanton highway destruction, attempted mass poisoning, language, questionable parenting practices, blatant HIPAA violations, and smoking. And now, back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
So I remember the finale of this movie
Yeah.
and
Everybody
nothing else.
does. Everybody does.
Yeah.
Else.
Oh, I remembered.
I remember the dog. I remembered the.
I didn't remember the
remember
dog.
that.
I did not remember the dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Dana, were you very upset about
Yeah,
that?
Yes, I
cannot
was.
believe
Even
you
though
picked this with the dog.
now I have an affinity for bully breeds, which I definitely didn't when I was a kid. So in addition to it being shitty that
the little
he kills a
pibble.
dog, he killed a pitty, which means he was going after my baby. That's not cool.
Yeah. Also, the kitty that he apparently.
I was so concerned
missed.
for the kitty.
The ice. I remember the ice.
That was like that weapon was
I did
remember
fucking
the-
terrifying.
Oh,
Yeah, that one was terrifying.
terrifying.
Why does the little psychopath have a crossbow?
Why does the little psychopath have a death hut?
So
He has a murder
the
shed.
death
He
shed.
can have a murder
Yeah,
shed.
like that's some like serial killer shit, and the
He
mom's
has a
in there
murder
going
shed,
like,
and the mom is just like doesn't like.
Yeah, we are going to have some words about that.
oh, I
yeah,
have
we're
so
gonna have some talks.
I
about
have a lot
that.
of thoughts about this movie.
Yeah.
I hope this episode doesn't end up being longer than the movie itself because my first thought
I
after
was
watching-
actually very thankful that it was short.
Me too.
yeah, my first thought after watching this was these days this wouldn't even be like a full. What is the?
This was a Lifetime movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was like this
Oh
wouldn't
yeah,
even
this
be
is
a
a
Lifetime
Hallmark.
movie.
This is like a Hallmark movie.
Well, I mean, these days it would be Orphan, which is a much darker movie than this one.
Yeah. I mean, it comes from a lot of classic
Evil kid.
bad seed,
Oh,
like
this
the
was
evil
so
seed
terrifying
kind of
to me
This
when I was 11.
It was very scary.
So scary.
Because
Yeah.
I was saying this, it's because
It was
like
never scary for me.
you don't expect a kid to do this kind of stuff. Like you
Oh,
can
no.
see an adult doing this kind of stuff when you're a kid, but you don't see another kid that's your age doing this kind of stuff.
Well, and
So it's-
especially because Macaulay was coming right
Yes,
off
yeah.
of
Mm-hmm.
his huge
he was
success
like the
with Home
hero
Alone.
to us, you
Yeah.
know?
Was he?
Well, but when
I mean,
you
I guess
think about
for
it,
me,
I mean, if you look at Home Alone now, he is also
He's a
sociopathic.
yes, he
Yeah.
is.
I think
I have many thoughts about Home
Defending
Alone.
his home.
But
He's defending his home.
No, he's
Okay,
not.
You need to
He's
make a
just
stand
trying to
your
keep
ground
people.
argument.
no.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not using a gun.
He could have called the cops. He could have ended this like he wanted to torture.
Absolutely.
So you want to just always call the cops?
Yeah, no, fuck
And
that
that's the
shit.
fact that you do not treat Catherine O'Hara badly, even if she leaves you at home.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
mean, she can leave me at her home. It's fine.
I think for me, because I think I was 14 when this came out,
Yeah.
I was a little too old for it to be scary. I think it was just kind of stupid.
Okay.
I thought you froze for a second. Dana. You did. You
No, I
genuinely
was trying to
said-
come up with the right word for it. And I don't know if stupid is the right word.
I mean,
Alex was really scared of it when we were. I think I was
not.
like 12 or something, and she
How?
was-
When
No.
did it come out?
93.
93.
93. Sorry,
Yeah.
that would have been 9.
Yeah.
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 So-
So
She so afraid she thought that there were like satanic.
I
to
did.
it,
I,
you know?
so
I mean, there's
I
little bits of that. Yeah.
so when I was 11, I was reading Stephen King books,
Oh, yeah.
which I shouldn't have been doing. Bad idea.
oh, there's a
I was
lot of
so-
connection to that.
Well,
Yeah.
but I was so scared, and those were fine, but I was so weirdly sensitive about horror movies. So this one really got me. While at the same age, like it was fine.
I think
Yeah.
that's the thing is I don't consider this a horror movie. Like in the way that I don't consider The
It's a
Hand
thriller.
Cradle. It's a thriller.
Yeah. Psychological thriller.
And I was a big fan of that genre of
Oh, I love
And
it.
the Rocks the Cradle, single white female. This one where it's like somebody who's very close to you turns out.
We'll talk about like Joseph Rubin too, because he also did several of some of my favorites, which was like The Stepfather
Yep.
and Sleeping with the Enemy, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
two
They
of
We
the
do have
most
to
like
find things to
fucked
talk
up.
about
Cool
because we
genre for
cannot
this.
do fuck, marry,
Yeah.
kill with this movie.
No,
That would be wrong.
that would be
That would
weird
be
and
very,
wrong.
very wrong.
There's 3 adults in it. Well, 4 if you count the therapist.
What about
And
the
that's
dead
it.
wife? Come on.
Yeah, you could also include the dead wife, I guess, if you're into that.
But really, so we have to talk about
But-
things with substance instead.
How about you
We-
set up the year, Ray?
Yeah, let's-
instead of
let's-
us talking about fucking a dead
Let's
wife?
go into that. So the year is 1993, and this year would actually see the University of Maine's hockey team, the Black Bears, win their first national title in the program's history. They are dubbed, quote, the greatest college hockey team because the Black Bears would finish the season in a stunning 42-1 21-2 record after defeating Lake Superior State by 5-4. That set an NCAA record for goals. That is 292 in the season. That's nearly 6.5 per game, and assists at 481 at 10.69 per game. That is a record that still holds
That's a lot
today.
of numbers for me.
All right,
So-
Randall, look at using any opportunity to talk about hockey.
About hockey, yes, I know. But they were the first New England team not to be based out of Boston to win a championship.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Bruins are pretty great.
Also this year, Sir William Golding would pass away, the famed British author known for his incredible debut novel, The Lord of the Flies. After years of dealing with alcoholism, unfortunately, he would leave one manuscript behind. That was The Double Tongue. And then it was published posthumously. It's a story about a young child taken from a miserable family experience and then became the mouthpiece of Apollo. I never read that because I heard like really weird and mixed things about it. And, whatever. British authors are weird. In Steuben County, New York this year, 13-year-old Eric Smith, while biking to summer day camp, came across fellow day camper 4-year-old Derek Robbie walking alone down the same path. Eric would lure Derek into the woods, strangle him until he passed out, dropped a large rock on his head, and then sodomized him with a stick before pouring Kool-Aid into the boy's open wounds.
Jesus.
yeah, I remember this case because we learned about this in my mock trial class.
Oh my God.
He would be tried as an adult, making him the youngest murder defendant in New York State history at 13.
God, that is dark.
He would also be convicted of second-degree murder, which came in with a sentence of 9 years to life.
Yep.
Both psychiatric teams from the defense and the prosecution found no explanation for the violent behavior. And as of 2022, Eric has been released on permanent parole and has been living a normal rehabilitated life, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's killing birds on the side or
No,
something.
he's out and he's probably, I don't know. I don't even know what he's doing.
Definitely voting for JD Vance.
Yeah, he was really disappointed that he couldn't vote for serial animal torturer RFK Jr.
Across the West Coast in Kirkland, California, the extreme skiing rivalry between John Tremon and Paul Ruff was at its peak.
Paul Rudd?
this year.
Paul Rudd?
Paul Ruff, as in rough.
No.
Starting in 1989, when Tremon set the first official world record for ski cliff jumping at 105 feet, only to have the record immediately shattered at the same cliff by Paul Ruff, jumping 112 feet. And then they just kept doing this.
It does
Oh,
sound
yeah.
like
They
that.
kept doing this back and forth thing for years. Finally, Tremon would reclaim the title by dropping 145 feet off the Donner Summit. Yes, that Donner.
Oh, no.
But not to be outdone, Paul Ruff, having just recovered from knee surgery, planned on reclaiming the title from Tremon with a nearly $500,000 in sponsorship and endorsement money planned on making it his swan song. So he was going to do this huge jump right off of the top of, Thimble Peak, which is just outside of Kirkwood, California. Unfortunately, this would be his swan song because in the attempt on March 29th, he would attempt a 160-foot jump. But a last-second speed check, which nobody knows why he did, and it's all shot on camera. You can watch this. It's really fucking bizarre. He checks before he does the leap, and he doesn't contain he doesn't keep the momentum to clear the rocks at the base of the powder. So he falls flat against his back against the rocky outcropping, only 10 feet away from the snow where he should have landed. He bounces 30 feet in the air before coming to a stop. When the teams actually came to him, he was still conscious, and he was saying, like, quote, "Let me get up, I'm okay," to the crews. And when they lifted him up, he was fine. But what had happened is that he had suffered so many internal injuries. His aorta tore out from his heart.
Oh my God.
And
I
he
think this
bled out in
episode is going to have
minutes.
to come with a trigger warning because this is like
Yeah.
some rough
This is
stuff.
why I do not do outdoor activities, people.
Yeah.
So he would lose consciousness within the hour of the jump, and then would die from internal hemorrhaging.
Oh,
Jeez,
Yeah.
Louise.
Stay inside, folks. Stay inside.
I mean, that at that time they didn't have, like, this was before extreme sports had like any kind of like major sponsorship. These were still like hot doggers. These were like old throwbacks from like the 70s and 80s. These are guys that just love the thrill
Evil
of it.
Knievel's.
Yeah. And finally, at the 1993 U.S. Figure Skating Championships, we would see the strong up-and-comers, the 18-year-old California skater Tristan Vega and her 23-year-old partner Richard Alexander see their chances at Olympic dreams come to an abrupt end as a lift in mid-program during the championships ended disastrously when Alexander lost his balance and dropped Vega straight down on the ice, landing her flat out on her stomach and arm, nearly bouncing her head off the ice if her arm wasn't in the way. Like that could have like literally knocked her out. We're talking like this is like Dirty Dancing, like lifting somebody up over the head. And down
she goes.
And if you watch the tape of it, it's brutal. But to her credit, incredibly, she recovered within seconds. And then despite being in obvious pain, completed the set with Alexander, only like failing 2 other jumps, but then finished out the rest of the routine. But unfortunately would not be enough for the gutsy skater, who also the previous year in 1992 finished 5th place with a broken wrist.
Wow.
Like she was a real like performer and unfortunately just never got her chance. She was an alternate twice for the Olympics. I think it was like once in 1990 and then 1994. No, it was 1994 and then 1998. That they were alternates, but they never got a chance. She retired completely after 26 years of being on the ice, and she is now actually a very successful wildlife photographer.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. And speaking of shooting animals,
wow. We sat through all that just to set that up.
Nope.
That was a Shaggy Dog joke that I wanted to write out.
I hate a Shaggy Dog joke.
I love the Shaggy Dog. This movie put you in a dark place, didn't it, Randall?
Yeah, it did. It really did. The Good Son.
This was a long SVU episode. This movie.
Oh yeah. And again, I appreciate the short runtime because, seriously, I don't think this premise could have lasted much longer than like 90 minutes.
Can I ask the question that I tried to ask in the group chat and then got reminded that we actually have a live podcast for asking questions?
What's that?
Was Elijah Wood wearing a wig? Why did that boy have such tall, shaggy hair on his head?
He talked about that, and he has talked about several times because Dominic Moynihan interviewed him, and he's like, "Would you wear wigs?" And he's like, "I've never worn wigs." And like, yeah, that's kind of like a whole thing. You should watch that interview because it's fun because he doesn't realize that it's Dominic Moynihan.
Yeah, Helen.
He's doing the whole thing with the Dutch accent.
Yeah, he's just like, "Would you wear wigs? Would you like wear wigs?" But the September 24th, 1993. The Good Son opens at $12 million, trouncing the competition despite poor reviews. This film did not get reviewed well. It was really brutal. Beating out fellow newcomers, The Program, the David S. Ward college football drama at number 2 with $6.8 million, as well as Warlock, the Armageddon, taking 1.7 to land it at 6th place.
Look at that.
And
far beyond, comes back around, friends.
Far beyond Richard Linklater's Dazed and Confused at 14th place with $918K. You might remember this because we already talked about this. This is the same weekend.
Wow.
That's right. That's funny.
Yeah, overall, it would take $44.7 million domestically, bringing its total cum to over $60.6 million because this was in development hell since the 80s. So depending on the way you look at it, it's either $17 million or $28 million budget, one or the other. Either way, not too bad, despite being absolutely dogged by critics. Everybody always like saw it at the time was like it's a gimmick because you're using Macaulay Culkin, who everybody knows is the sweet kid, to do this. Essentially, it's a B movie. Like this is B movie fair.
It's a Lifetime movie. It's a movie. Absolutely.
There is one note to this movie, and it gets played out.
It
starts off with Comic Sans for all the
parts.
Oh my god!
Those credits are pure TV movie.
Totally,
wow.
it's a TV movie. And the a lot of those like cutaway scenes, like when it's cutting from one scene to the next, and it's looking at some kind of like very dramatic but very cheap to film.
Oh yeah,
landscape. and it's got that swelling emotional music in the background.
The dialogue between the adults at the funeral
soundtrack
is so painful.
Oh yeah, soundtrack. I have to say, so the score was done by the absolute goat Elmer Bernstein, who's done over 150 film scores at this point. And I feel like he was kind of phoning this one in.
He was 100% phoning it in.
This was like, all right, it's a little dramatic, but it's also like nondescript. It's just kind of like
it's
orchestral
like
music.
The music of emotional.
It really is. It's like
orchestral score.
Phone hold music, but
well, I wouldn't say that bad, but it's just like he's trying to do drama.
Yeah.
But it just feels like soap opera.
Yeah, it's phone
Totally.
hold music for anxious people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Make them more anxious.
Oh my God, have I just caught on to my $1 million idea?
wait, you're just going to do anxious phone
I'm going to do
music?
it. I'm going to offer it to therapist's office. But by the time these therapists are taking the calls, these potential clients are so fucking anxious that they'll do anything to get some meds and to talk to somebody.
Anxious people don't hang out on the phone.
No, I'll
They
just
hang up immediately.
I
They're
will
like,
hang
hold
up.
music. No.
Yep.
I will say that this rings true of like that scene in Ghostbusters 2 when Egon says, "What happens when we take away the puppy?"
Totally.
This whole movie is taking away the puppy.
Yeah.
Like literally, they're literally in the middle of the movie.
Miserable movie. Like I'm having fun with it, but it's like, Jesus, this is like
if you
bleak.
actually sat and watched it seriously and didn't Mystery Science Theater 3000 it,
oh God,
it would have been awful.
It's miserable. It's a miserable
And
movie.
it also makes you wonder, like, was this family just kind of like bumbling around with this misery for
apparently nobody goes to therapy except for the children.
Oh my God, everybody needed to be in therapy in this movie.
Everybody needs to be in therapy immediately.
Well, like, and number one,
I'm sorry.
Helen and I were talking about this at the beginning about how this dad leaves his son.
The worst dad in the world.
And he had to repeat a dozen times. They had to repeat it a dozen times because otherwise you'd hate him more.
Never have to leave you again. And I'm like, fuck you. Take the leave.
You don't have that conversation at the actual funeral. What the hell?
Yeah,
oh my God.
The fact that this all happens at the funeral is a little wild. Like they're literally at the wake, and the guy's like, "You got to go to this Tokyo
you gotta
deal.
go make this deal, Dad." Yeah.
It's like, holy shit, man! Like,
Dana really wants to interject something like of substance here.
Because it's not just that. It's not just the fact that he leaves his child whose mother's just died.
His
wife. Relatives that he barely knows. It's also that when the child calls, clearly having a really big breakdown, he listens to him kind of, but then doesn't immediately call his parents.
Yeah, and then says, you should talk to the therapist.
This is a dad who drove cross country in a Jeep.
Yeah. From
like an open top Jeep.
Arizona to fucking Maine.
So clearly not making the best decisions a person can make.
I mean, he's clearly not dealing with his own grief correctly either, right?
No,
he was banging the babysitter. Clearly, as the worst father, I'm writing him a even worse father backstory.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna give him a chance on that because, like, honestly, I really like Daniel Hickelly. He's a really solid
guy.
He's an HITG. He's a great character actor.
I'm sure he's nice to have a drink with, but he's a shitty dad. In this movie.
Speaking of Maine, even though they didn't actually shoot any of this in Maine because it's mostly Massachusetts and then
Massachusetts stand in for Maine. Yeah.
Right. And then
because if you're going to be in Maine in winter, you're not going to be filming much stuff.
No,
that's bad weather.
Yeah.
Also, because then you're in Maine.
But it was one of those things where like there's a lot of weird like Stephen King connections to this. So Daniel Hugh Kelly's first like debut movie was Cujo.
So good. Poor doggy.
Another doggy.
I know. I feel bad.
It was not Cujo. It was not Cujo's fault.
It was not his fault.
Not Cujo's fault.
He stuck his nose where it didn't belong. He's just curious. But yeah, there's also like, oh God, what was it? Oh yeah, David Morse. Mm-hmm. He was in The Green Mile and also The Langoliers, which I never liked.
I love The Langoliers because I am a trash human.
That's what Echo looks like. If you just see her straight on and she's got her mouth open, she looks like a Langolier.
I thought you were like, oh, she looks like David Morse.
David Morse is the uncle, right?
Yes.
Who is also
a shitty uncle.
David Morse is the dad.
No.
Yes.
Daniel Hit Kelly is the dad.
No, David Morris is. Wait, who's dad? That's how we should rephrase this. He's Elijah Wood's dad. David.
Yeah. That's what I meant. But the dad that locks Elijah Wood in the fucking closet.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Both the dads are just truly bad.
That's Colleen McCulkin's dad.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of it because it's Elijah Wood's perspective.
That's the main. I was with Dana, and not the Arizona dad.
No, Elijah Wood's dad is terrible.
Elijah Wood, terrible.
Macaulay Culkin's dad is also terrible.
They're shitty brothers. They should not have had families.
No.
They should have just been shitty single dudes.
Yeah. Blocking the sidewalk.
And the fact that they already lost a child, and it was just like, all right, I'm gonna lock this kid.
They lost a child, and he keeps telling his wife, who lost her infant son,
child. No, you got to clear that room out.
Get over it. You should be over it now. You should be over it.
Again, everyone needs it. So you know how some movies you're like, wow, after the credits run, shit's gonna get awful. Like this poor family,
This poor mom. I feel bad for mom. I feel bad for her.
CPS is getting involved. She has 2 kids die under her watch.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Someone is going to jail.
And the other kid is in the hospital in serious condition, like coma.
Jail.
Because here's the thing that I understand when this movie came out, we didn't know nearly as much about psychopaths and sociopathy than we do now. However, it is pretty well known at this point that something is off with your child if they are a psychopath, because that kid can't empathize with anything. And he's before they learn how to mask, they're just not empathetic or able to connect. So how does this mother, whose child has made it to the age of 12, not know something is wrong with
I think part of it is the era of lax parenting.
Yeah.
The fact that these kids, latchkey kids, the fact that they are left alone with no babysitter.
Sure. I think it's also the fact that
murder shack.
He's really good in this film at
it's very manipulative.
Playing the good, literally the good son.
Dana's saying it takes a while to get there. You don't come out of the womb knowing to mask that is what.
No, but apparently he did that because he did it years ago, and he's been getting better ever since.
Right, but what I'm saying is more that the mother is genuinely surprised, and it takes her a while to get to the fact that something is wrong with Kevin.
I think it's because he's just started showing these traits.
He would have
Richard.
He grilled Richard, but
and that didn't come out of nowhere. I promise you that he showed some signs before that happened.
He showed abuse towards his younger sister.
Constantly.
And then none of that has come up. The fact that I'm sorry, how many years has that been going on?
Nope.
Oh, he's a bedwetter who starts fires, please.
Yeah. I think it's entirely a boys will be boys kind of situation. Sure. It's the 80s, 90s, and it's the
fact that he has so much free time.
He has so much free time. Lazy writing in the movie that there is no depth to this character besides manipulation.
Man.
Yeah.
But when we were kids, we had our grandma taking care of us, but at the same time
paying attention.
But she wasn't paying attention. We were going out to the woods. I mean, we weren't doing anything
crazy.
Were you
building crossbows and killing dogs?
No, I was building a lot of fires. I would build fires.
I mean, to be fair, I did build a lot of explosive
sign,
devices.
Helen. No, also, you want to know another warning sign? Thinking Steve Buscemi is hot.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
He is. He is an American hero.
I'm not disagreeing with that part.
We went to the local pond a lot to try and catch tadpoles because we really.
This is some bucolic shit.
I was going to say this is some gothic Huck Finn shit.
Totally, yeah.
Did you convince your neighbor kids to paint a fence for you?
We would go out into the woods and pick wintergreen berries.
Yeah, because we used to have woods behind our house.
Honestly.
And you would see deer in the morning.
You would see deer.
in high school, I hung out with somebody, you two might know what a snake guy is, but Dana probably.
Oh, absolutely. All you have to say is snake guy. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Dana probably missed the snake guys. No, you know the snake guy.
The guy that had the snake that used to was his entire personality was that he had a snake.
Yep.
Yeah, the snake guy I was friends with would go and catch rattlesnakes and he would just keep them in a cooler in the back of his car.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
normal boy stuff.
And once Columbine hit, and that's when I was a senior, we all kind of looked at this guy.
Snake guy, weirder.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Not gonna lie. I did want to bring up this movie had been in development hell for years. Originally they wanted to do it in the 80s. So for Susan, the mother, the surrogate mother, Mary Steenburgen was originally cast, but because there were so many delays, she had to back out of it. And I keep thinking that could have been really.
You mean
good.
an actress with actual depth and?
Hey,
no,
she did what she could.
With a very thinly written role.
It's so bad.
Everything
written.
and this was so thinly
written. So this is based off English writer Ian McEwan. That sounds like
I like Ewan McEwan.
Yeah, Ewan McEwan. Ian McEwan's
who's done Atonement and stuff, right?
Yeah, he wrote Atonement. He wrote a bunch of gothic kind of.
Wrote this?
Yeah, no, he wrote the novel that this is based off of, and they kept referring to him in the script writing.
I think he wrote another novel about a kid being kidnapped
oh no,
or
he
something.
was 100% on this bad seed train. But
it's not like a direct
the evil kid.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like a direct novelization. Not a novel to film story.
Yeah. No, and it's 100% And my favorite story about this is that the original director was Michael Lehman, who did Heathers.
Hilarious.
Yeah. And then I think he did one of the seasons of American Horror Story too. But yeah, there was going to be this kind of dark satirical edge to it. And then the fact that it was given to Joseph Rubin, who was way more much of a straightforward psychological thriller. So none of that snark came through. I feel like there could have been some really great moments, but
it's very melodramatic.
Yeah, but Macaulay Culkin's dad apparently was the bully on this. That
heard that down here.
Well, yeah. So originally, this wasn't a Macaulay Culkin vehicle. This was originally supposed to be Jesse Bradford.
Really?
Wow.
But Macaulay Culkin's dad basically said, "Hey, we're not going to do Home Alone 2 unless you give him something that's going to give a meteor performance so we can get my son a better, platform. So he's not a one note kind of actor." And so they backed out of that and they gave it to Macaulay Culkin. And then if you notice, there's a lot of Culkins in this movie.
Yeah, it's his sister. Yeah.
Yeah, it's his sister and his brother. Yeah.
Where's his brother?
His brother is in the photos.
Okay.
He's the younger brother
It's not Kieran. It's the
other one.
Younger.
It's only in photos, but that's another Culkin. Another Culkin.
Rory. It's Rory.
Right.
It's usually a 2-for-1 deal with the Culkins.
That's true.
But yeah, so originally, Jesse Bradford was slated to do it, and then they were like, "No, we got to give it to us. We want to make a boatload of money with Home Alone 2, which shot just before this."
Yeah. Yeah.
Or actually, no, I think it was shooting just while this was shooting. And then, that came out the previous year. And then this came out. It got pushed to 1993 because they shot it during the winter of the previous year or something like that. Anyway.
Before we move on from the topic of Macaulay Culkin, though.
Yeah.
I have a genuine question.
Okay.
I spent most of the movie deciding that it was just a terrible performance.
No.
So there are several points where he's supposed to cut off halfway through a sentence. And then it's when he's saying something and I'll stop and then I'll try to finish it. And he does it so badly. It's like watching a school play. So I was trying to figure out. Yes. There are a couple of times that he does it. And in comparison to Elijah Wood, it wouldn't be so bad.
I mean, Elijah Wood is
a really good child actor. But then halfway through the movie,
way more empathetic.
And also, Elijah Wood has those fucking doe eyes. The second you look into them,
blue eyes, baby.
Again, that from that Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah.
You just
you have these blue eyes.
But then halfway through, I realized maybe he's being a bad actor because he's a psychopath who's masking, and that's the bad performance. And if that's the case, then it was a good performance.
I was wondering the entire time, why do the parents not see through his manipulation?
This is what I'm saying.
Because he's so transparent. Like, you can.
I don't think he's transparent.
He's so like, I mean, maybe because you can tell that he's manipulating everything, that it becomes kind of like, you know, look at me.
No, I definitely think it's melodramatic and on the nose, but I don't think it's transparent. I think he's playing to the material he's given, and he was given, I'm the evil child.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few scenes that I actually like. And the one that I really love is when Elijah Wood.
Hospital room? Okay.
Well, the hospital room one is good, but the Elijah Wood pulls the scissors on him and sticks it in like his throat.
But that's all due to Elijah.
That's a great scene though. And watching him go, yeah, do it. Push it. Push it through my.
That's the one point that I thought was really the moment when I thought maybe this is a good performance, and
I really love that performance.
Don't fuck with me was really chilling.
Don't fuck with me.
Fuck with me.
That's what it was because he delivered that line so well. I was like, maybe the rest of the movie is meant to be he's giving
he just loves violence, and you can tell that he just loves violence for violence sake. Like, if it's happening to him, if it's happening to an animal, if it's happening to another human, he's down for it, right?
And he has that whole speech at the beginning was like, as soon as you liberate yourself from this like mortal sense of like reality, and it's a very like Ayn Randian kind of like concept of like, as soon as I disconnect from other humans, I'm fucking free. I can do whatever the hell I want.
You can do whatever you
and it's like because that's a weird sociopathic kind of behavior.
That's the definition of psychopathy.
Right. And
sociopathy.
My favorite part about that scene with the scissors is the fact that he can switch it on a dime.
Mm-hmm. I think anytime it's just the two of them, it's amazing.
Oh, it's great.
They play off each other so well, and
they're friends to this day in real life.
I know.
Yeah, they are.
Are they really?
Yeah. They became really good friends on the set because
they never performed in another movie again, right?
No, but like the fact that they had to spend so much time, and originally this was supposed to be shot in Oregon, and then they had to scrap it, and then they like rewrote it. And that entire cliff scene when they're shot over the thing, that's over Lake Superior in Minnesota.
Wow.
So they built this entire rig to actually have two like
13-year-old
kids dangling off a 125-foot fucking cliff.
Two very expensive 13-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Either of them had been hurt, that would have been a real problem.
There's a great there's a great like oral history breakdown where Bloody Disgusting did about this, where they were talking for the 30th anniversary of this, and they went and interviewed a lot of the stunt coordinators, and they were talking about like, oh yeah, we would not be allowed to do this anymore.
No way.
100% not allowed. But they did it.
Yeah.
The fact that they got time.
How much danger they're putting these kids into is like astounding. Yeah.
Oh no. And the fact that they took months. What was it? It was Jack Gill was the stunt coordinator of this. And in order to do this, by the way, this is one of the funniest fucking stories. So they had to get permission from parents, and then like Elijah Wood's parents like, yeah, you know, it's fine. We see what you're doing. And they worked months with them while they were shooting in Massachusetts. They built a 15-foot cliff that they were practicing the rig on. So, you know, they're all wired. So nothing that they do, they're never going to lose. Like, you know, you're never going to come loose. But, you know, it has to look real. So you have to perform. But Macaulay Culkin, he was like, oh, we have to get your parents' permission. And Macaulay goes like, nah, I need something. And his dad's like, what? And he's like, I need a BB gun. And he's like, I'll do it for a BB gun. And the dad was like, can you give him a BB gun? And the stunt coordinator is like, yeah, I'll get him a BB gun. He's like, great. And then they did the stunt, and they got a BB gun for him.
Oh wow!
You remember, he's like a 13-year-old kid. Like, he was like asking for the world, and he's like, yeah, he's doing his like best Ralphie from like the Christmas Story.
That's
he's like,
hilarious.
if I'm gonna do this fucking ridiculous shit, I'm
I need
gonna
my
get a
prize.
BB gun.
I'm okay with that. Have you guys read about like some of the things that his dad?
Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, like the Saturday Night Live story is pretty.
Yeah, it's and again, this is very early in his career, so this is just starting to kind of come out. So yeah, they were like literally, and like Elijah Wood had talked about this. So there's a 2020 interview that he did for Yahoo Entertainment where he had said like, oh yeah, this is like us on the cliff. That was not faked in any way, shape, or form. Like when we were out there, we're on Lake Superior in Minnesota on this cliff face, wired up, and that's like a literal, 100 and whatever feet drop that they're shooting this on, and it is insane. Like that entire finale, I think, is the only reason this movie is so memorable.
I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I was terrified that for a second she would pick not. I mean, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like the Sophie's Choice.
Worried
yeah,
that she's gonna pick Macaulay Culkin, and because like you're worried. At least when I was a kid, I was like, I still feel like these adults don't believe this kid. Yeah. Like I'm a little worried that they think that he's the problem child because of the incidents they ran into with.
Macaulay Culkin has literally confessed to murdering his brother at that point.
Right. Yeah. But like, I was still a little bit worried about it because there was like the dad saw Macaulay and Elijah fighting, and Elijah was the one with the weapon. There were points where Elijah seemed like the bad kid to these.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like unstable.
His freak out when he's like blendering all the food.
And you're just like, they think that this kid has lost it. And I was
with good reason
convinced
Send
as
your
a child.
therapy.
Well, so now let's talk about the world's worst therapist.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Like what therapist who has been through any amount of training, because we know for a fact that therapists have to go through a class where they discuss.
No, she'd be sued. She'd be sued.
But the fact that this kid, like Macaulay Culkin, in the office, talked to her, had a session, and she did not see through him. She thought that there was a problem with Elijah Wood. Come on.
Oh, also like HIPAA violation?
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Yeah. No, the fact that they needed to keep that separate, and
but
the fact
also, I think this kind of like points to this parental permissiveness. Macaulay Culkin is wandering all around this town.
I know.
Without any adult supervision.
That was the 80s and 90s.
I used to do that a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's latchkey kids.
And you're totally normal and totally fine now, right?
When he shows up to the hospital, when his sister is in the hospital, and he like, I think that was a good scene too, where he just kind of like grabs the pillow. And you're like, oh shit, get him away from that pillow.
That's really creepy.
Really creepy.
Like
and his mom kind of like, is in the room. But then at the end of that scene, he's like, well, I guess I better be getting home now. It's like, did you Uber there? How are you just like wandering around this town? Like before those scooters.
It's in the 80s and 90s, with the exception of me, because I never learned how. They all got everywhere on a bike.
Yeah.
I mean,
can you ride a bike now?
I biked.
Dana? I
used to bike miles
That's how
a day.
I got into a car accident when I was a kid.
Yeah, this is not a dirty secret of mine. Everybody knows I can't ride a bike.
I didn't know that, actually.
Really? Oh.
No, I cannot ride a bike.
Well,
that's fair.
Great. That bike suggestion
I used to bike
is going to go
miles and miles and miles around Seattle when I was growing up in like grade school, middle school, high. Like that's how you got around. Like as a kid, like that's just what you did. It was like, oh, it's a 10-mile bike. That was nothing.
Yeah.
Like Dana, do you want to teach you when we teach our niece?
No,
like we can teach for it.
Many a man, and it is all men, have tried to teach me, and I just don't.
They have very nice
and my spatial reasoning problems. It's just
very nice adult trikes now.
I have ridden tricycles. I have ridden bicycles for two.
And the trikes for adults have like little baskets in the back so that you can like bring groceries around.
Or you know what? Just get a rickshaw.
I have a car. I just skipped straight to car.
I missed that part.
Yeah, I know. We have two unlicensed driverless people here on this
Passenger Princess.
Hey, you know what? Passenger Princess, that's fine. You're lucky I love driving. But it is. It's like there are those kind of things that I forgive a lot of this movie where it's just like, oh, people always go, why would they just let them do it? It's like, we were just allowed to just be around and outside. Nobody gave a shit.
Our parents had jobs. They had other things they needed.
As long as you
walk to the beach a mile by ourselves.
Right. As long as you were at home at a certain time.
Go
we
out
didn't
on
give a shit.
Go out on a date night and leave the 12-year-olds on their own.
See, that part didn't strike me as too weird.
No.
Oh my God, they were
I would have done that.
To be on their own.
At age 12,
we used to be left at the house all the time by ourselves. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like by age 12, you're babysitting.
Maybe it's like Elijah Wood's baby face.
Yeah, he is a very young
baby face, and he's always had that kind of like eyebrow quiver thing that he has through adulthood.
Yeah,
but you're just so protective of him.
I do also have to say, the first thing I said when I was watching this movie is like, man, Elijah Wood's really not good when it comes to cliffs. like, at least he kept his fingers on this one.
Yeah,
so,
he kept his fingers. Yeah, kept all the digits.
Yeah, I was like, God damn it, just stay away from cliffs.
Yeah,
not good. I did want to talk about not only like the Stephen King connections, but the fact that this is shot by John Lindley.
It's not even a French name.
No, he did Serpent and the Rainbow.
That was good.
One of my favorites.
Scary movie. That one actually. Scary.
But he also shot Pleasantville, and then he got like tons of award for that. He worked a lot with Joseph Rubin and Nora Ephron, hence the gorgeous kitchen shots of like this movie. Like the house looks amazing.
The house
this is like Martha Stewart level, like gorgeous, like
as soon as they pull up in their very dusty Jeep to this,
right, where beautiful. The kid's ass is broken because of no shocks. And
yeah, can you imagine driving like 3,600 miles in a fucking shockless Jeep, like
in the 80s and 90s?
Oh, the other connection to Stephen King was when he's talking in the car and he's like, don't you ever get tired of blowing up the universe? That's a line basically like cribbed from The Shining. Yeah. But like the shooting in this, the fact that it starts off with this like huge spatial like desert shot of what I assume is Elijah Wood, but you don't know. And then it's like every single shot in this is like a landscape shot.
It's a total landscape shot. This is like landscape photography porn.
It's nuts. It's fucking it's beyond crazy.
Like, I was like, who are these? Where are they living in the Arizona desert? Like,
right? Are
they nomads? Like, where? Like, you see a house where they're having the wake,
right?
But otherwise, it's all just kind of like arid. Like when they pull over on the side of the road. And Elijah Wood goes running off into the desert.
Yeah, I love that. He's like, no. And he's just like runs into the desert. It's like, I'm sorry, what the fuck are you doing?
Nowhere, kid.
That is such a weird like location. So that was shot in Roswell, New Mexico. Like all those like rounded hills and the windswept. I can't remember what national park that is. But yeah, it's just so weird. Like these like picturesque landscapes and like
so weird.
They keep cutting to that one shot of the mother over that cliff. And it's like,
do you think they got a lot of money from like the various tourist boards? And they were like, you got to.
I don't know.
Well, not if you tell everybody it's Maine.
I think they got one B-roll shot of that woman on the cliff. And they were like, we need several moments filled in this movie. So let's just use the same thing over and over again, because it is the same shot over and over again.
It's the same shot.
It's almost like Amazon Fire Stick screensaver stuff, you know?
Yeah. But that cliffside is gorgeous. It's like a wonderful, it feels like almost, oh God, what is that? 19th century American like
Ansel
landscape.
Adams?
No, landscape painter.
Like these, Thomas Benson Hurt, like one of the
He used to do those like huge cliffside, like giant murals. You see them all the time in like museums and things like that. And like, I'm not a huge fan of that pictorial 19th century Americana stuff, but he did some like legitimately gorgeous shit. And that's what this looks like. It just like every one of these shots, with even when they're like going down like the, you know, he's looking out the window and like Macaulay Culkin's running down like the seashore, and then it cuts to the outside and it's just like, what the fuck, man?
Like, that's what I wanted to bring up. I was so upset when the movie ended, not because I wasn't ready for it to end. I definitely was. But because like they go back to the first shot, never mind the fact that the mother has just allowed her son to die.
Yeah.
And that there is absolutely no closure beyond that. I'm like, why wouldn't you take one more scene just to show us what happens to the family?
Because they all go to jail.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm like, how did he get back in the desert? We don't know how he got back in the desert. Like, his dad eventually came back for him. But
also, that's a voiceover. That voiceover comes in and it's like,
awful.
We've never had a voiceover.
Never had a voiceover.
So let me tell you what happened.
Bad.
Elijah was removed and put in like emergency foster care for a couple weeks because the youngest child, Chloe, also like
the daughter was thrown into foster. Yeah.
The parents were 100% arraigned on child neglect, if not more serious murder charges.
I think mommy probably needed to go to a mental institution for a little while.
100.
Just to
absolutely.
clean up the fact that one of her children killed the other and then she killed that one.
Yeah. Like,
that might cause some damage. And that's a movie I'd want to see.
Well, they also, like, you don't get the idea that, and this is the thing, like, that whole moment when it's like that duality of like, mommy, please.
You said it exactly right. It's so, like, when I was watching, I'm like, it's Sophie's choice.
It's Sophie's choice.
It's a way less serious Sophie's choice.
Yeah, it's a Hallmark Lifetime movie. Sophie's choice. And she's like, no, fuck this kid. And just lets him go. And by the way, that body on the rocks is fucking brutal.
Yeah, that was
so dark.
Yeah. Apparently to get the wake, because it's on Lake Superior and they don't have like ocean waves, they just ran tugboats back and forth to get the wake splash to suck the fucking like dummy body out into the ocean. It's like, oh my God. Also, no, they went all out on that last shot.
My other quibble is when they caused the traffic accident. There is zero way nobody was in the process of that.
Oh, no, there's dead people. Yeah.
There are definitely dead people. Like, stop cleaning up the movie. Macaulay Culkin killed at least 5 people during the course of this movie.
Yeah.
That truck that like rolls over.
That Winnebago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's 100% there's dead people. At that point. And this, honestly, so there was an incident in Chicago.
Who does it? I mean, was that not being investigated? A dummy gets thrown over.
Nobody noticed the 2 kids standing on the overpass? Because I'm sorry, somebody noticed the 2 kids.
Yeah, somebody in that small ass town knows those 2 kids.
And he's like, oh, it was the kid with the really bright blue eyes and his like creepy cousin.
I can see from my car miles away.
And so there was actually an incident in Chicago in I think it was like 1990 or like the early 90s, where somebody had thrown like a mannequin off of an overpass and they caused like a massive pileup that ended up with a couple people dying. And like a lot of people said, oh, this is inspired by that. I don't think that's necessarily inspired in that sense, but I do think like that level of nonsense, because I remember when I was living in Rochester, we were back from a shoot, and they have an inner loop and an outer loop. And the inner loop of the highway there's a whole bunch of overpasses, and kids would chuck rocks at trucks. And I was sitting in the passenger side. My friend was driving, and then suddenly like my passenger window shatters.
Oh no.
And like you can't stop.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what are you going to do? Like, you can't chase after them. So you just kind of keep going, but you know exactly what happened. They're chucking rocks, and it's like that kind of shit where it's like, yeah, okay, it's fine. It does
feel like something my friends would have done on a day when they were bored.
Oh, yeah. And
I
this is exactly what children do.
Alex had a roommate.
She wasn't my roommate at the time that she did this, but we lived at Pace University freshman year. Like when you were a freshman or like newly into the school, you had to live in these dorms.
Sure.
It was attached to the school. It was 17 floors. We lived on the 17th floor. And
overlooking like the BQE or something, right?
Our window overlooked the BQE.
Or the
on-ramp to the BQE.
On-ramp to the bridge to the BQE.
She had at this point kicked me out of the room essentially because she didn't want to live with me. She thought I wasn't cool enough, so I ended up rooming with somebody I am still friends with today.
But she would throw stuff out her window.
She threw out rotten pumpkins out that window onto cars. BQE.
As a like freshman in college.
Oh yeah.
She was older though too, because she was a transfer student, I think. So like
shittiness, you don't outgrow shittiness all the time.
I mean, when the viaduct was still in Seattle, if you're on the northern side, there was a entire skyscraper that was just like they had to like cage it off, because what people would do is the entire same thing. It was like they'd be driving by and they'd just chuck bottles at the skyscraper windows, and it was just constantly breaking.
Oh no.
And like that was just a thing that happened until they put the fencing around it. And then of course the viaduct's gone now, but like again, it's just like people do shit like that. It's like
they do.
Yeah. Like I don't know how you can't think that that's not gonna happen. Like when you build something like this where you're doing these things, and it's like, yeah, when he tricks like Elijah Wood to come over there, it's like, oh, I guarantee you're gonna see something you've never seen before. It's like, okay, maybe.
But again, he's already already done shitty stuff at that point. And Elijah Wood goes with him, and then he's shot, like, the dog's already dead. And Elijah Wood still goes with him. And you're like, you know at this point, Elijah Wood. You know
Elijah Wood.
He poisoned that entire well.
Exactly, drinking water. If that is actually going to drinking water, that is now not potable.
It's all gone.
And
like, what the fuck?
Elijah Wood should have known, as soon as you walk into a murder shack, and there is a hanging dummy that is called like Traffic McGee or whatever he called it.
Yeah, anytime
that's going to happen with
anytime you meet a kid that, like Bender in Breakfast Club, has the noose in his locker. Anytime you find somebody who has a noose, a playful noose, go the other direction.
Red flags. This is where the red flag guy is running down.
Yeah.
Okay, except playful noose is now my like industrial band name.
Exactly. And also it was the 90s. A noose as like a fashion accessory was cool.
No,
it wasn't cool.
No, it wasn't
I didn't hang out with anyone who had a noose as a fashion accessory.
I knew people
that
did that.
Angelina Jolie wore one to the Oscars red carpet.
Yeah, that tracks.
I
that
did
was
also.
A vial of blood.
Yeah, speaking of the fact that like these kind of like levels of thrillers. So Joseph Rubin, the film that he did after this was Money Train.
No.
And then just had a string of fucking failures after this. Also, Macaulay Culkin, this is the last successful movie that he had.
This is
until
Richie
I think
Rich,
Saved.
Right?
Oh, this is until that he hit that string of garbage movies in 94, 95,
He
96.
also went through some personal, demons at the time.
Sure.
Personal demons called his shitty family.
Yeah. But so this is the last movie that actually like was a pretty good box office success before he hit Saved. And that was what, 2007?
I don't really consider that to be a Macaulay Culkin movie.
No, but
Macaulay Culkin shows up in.
He shows up, but it was, again, a movie that made money. Yeah. None of the movies after this point that he did made money. Like, people basically got really sick of Macaulay Culkin.
And he wasn't actually that good of an actor.
No, I disagree with that. I think he's a limited actor.
He's very limited, which means that he's not a great actor.
But he has some really great gems of moments in this movie.
Like I said, like when the two of them, when it's just the two of them,
him and Elijah Wood, like they're great.
They have this great kind
good
of like
chemistry,
brotherly, best friend, but also frenemy kind of like chemistry.
Yeah.
Like when they're like punching each other under the tables, and he kind of looks at him and he's like, "Oh, we're going to be kind of cool, like, oh, you can kind of like throw down. All right.
You can take it. I can dish it out. Yeah.
You know what it is? It's that I can picture before every shot that the director goes to Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin, and he says to Elijah Wood, "You're good. I trust you. Go do your thing." And then he line reads every single line in that script to Macaulay Culkin. And then when the camera runs, Macaulay Culkin gives those line reads. I'm almost positive.
All right.
Because also we know for a fact that his dad used to force him to learn all of the lines rote. Like he was not allowed to be on script ever. And that his dad was probably giving him line readings because his dad
his dad was a big part of this movie.
Yeah.
And the fact that there are so many Culkins in this movie is another
I'm just shocked
sign.
that Kieran's not in it. Like, how did Kieran not find his
Kieran was in Home Alone, and
this is my other rationale. Kieran is a fantastic actor.
Great actor.
Yeah.
Kieran has been a fantastic actor since he was little. Like, if you look at Home Alone, he's really good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Compare him to Macaulay Culkin, there is a difference. Same DNA, different acting.
No,
but Macaulay Culkin was the bankable one, so that's why.
Right. He's the sweet one. He's the one that could pull that level of camp.
Except for My Girl, I would never have called him sweet.
Also, this is the only film. This is the only film I remember that he's been in since My Girl where he's died.
Yeah, he doesn't die very often.
No.
Well, he does. The season of American Horror Story, he dies.
I'm sorry, guys. How many times do you need to see a child actor die?
I mean, I like it.
I would not stand to see Elijah Wood pass in a movie, but Macaulay Culkin, depending on the character.
I like when filmmakers are willing to take that chance and murder a child because it's like,
oh my God, I hate it. I don't like it.
It just have to be very clear. It is a very, very bad child, an irredeemable child.
Well, no, I don't even care if it's not a bad child. Like if you need to establish. So this is one of those things where it's like I draw from the, obviously problematic Joss Whedon thing. It's like if you can prove your bona fides by killing the innocent, then everything
I'm very much on the other
everything is on the table.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Television. I would not say that is true of movies.
Well, yeah, it's different in movies.
You can move past it. In movies, it becomes a thing.
And also, there's a difference between killing a child up to the age of like 12 and then killing a teenager.
A teen.
Yeah. Really?
Yes. Because we're very used to seeing teens die.
Yeah, no, fuck teens. Teens are kids.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you're talking like older teens, like high school teens.
Listen, Hunger Games had a huge body count. Yeah.
But think about how effective it was when they kill Rue. That is an excellent
argument. This is what I'm saying.
It's very effective when they do it.
I don't think they needed to kill Rue. I don't like
Rue. Well, they did it in the book, and there's a point. Yeah.
You have read the book. Absolutely.
Rue had to be killed.
Someone has to die.
The Hunger Games.
Nobody has to die.
It's the whole. You cannot have a book called The Hunger Games that is
if you don't murder a child,
children, and not kill a child.
Our next episode, I'm just reading aloud from Battle Royale.
Oh my God, Battle Royale.
Exactly.
That's so good.
This is all made up shit. You don't have to do anything. It's all made up shit.
In order to be in those worlds.
What you have to do is be creative, and you don't have to be creative in a destructive way.
I mean,
I think it's also
that's
in that
not
sense.
True.
Yes, but I think it's also in that sense where if you're establishing the stakes in a small, because this is a very small film.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what is it? It's like 7 speaking characters. I don't even fucking know.
There's not a lot of people. Thankfully, because Kevin would have killed them all.
Uh-huh.
Right. But that's the thing. It's like you have to have that fear.
Good. They don't have neighbors. He would have massacred those neighbors.
They're already
dead.
They
had neighbors, and then they moved away because their pets kept dying, and they were like,
and they're like, oh yeah, my dog kept dying.
The dog definitely belonged to someone in that area.
Yeah.
Poor dog.
And that whole sequence, and I do appreciate that they didn't show it, because it's just the implied
I was
off-screen
positive they were going to show it. That they were going to show the dog falling.
They show a crumpled dead boy at the base of this cliff being washed.
But not the dog, because that's the dog.
We care about the right thing.
I will say that
sack.
They could have gone all the way with the little sister. They could have.
I know. They almost did.
We could have. It's really scary when she's under
really
the
scary.
ice. Yeah,
totally. I felt so bad for that actress. I felt so bad for her because it was clearly her.
Yeah.
And they made her, I know she didn't go under, but she was in that water.
She's underwater.
She was smashing that water. Really
poor kid.
Yeah.
That's also the last time that what's her name acted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. I know we didn't want this movie to be longer, but it would be nice to see, like we said, some kind of repercussions for the family, but also just anything with Elijah Wood's character too. Like we just hear his little thing, but it's just that poor dad. He needs to
fuck you, Dad.
He better fucking got the
deal. All I was looking for was the moment that he reunites with his dad, and it's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But you don't even get that. You just
get
him
you don't get anything. You get dead Macaulay Culkin.
You get
you get dead Macaulay Culkin, and then a rehash of the first shot of the movie.
Well, and then you get this voiceover that they were clearly. Well, they probably realized that the shot of dead Macaulay Culkin is not a way to end a movie, so they added that after test audiences
100.
are like, the fuck, yeah. I feel like this is the moment I need to confess to all of you that I've never seen My Girl.
I've never seen My
Girl. I'm very concerned about us watching My Girl with you, Bryce.
Wow.
If you don't feel something at that movie, it's not us.
I can't see without his glasses.
Oh, God.
I think I've seen pieces of My Girl, but I've never seen it fully.
I'm not worried about you watching it, Alex, because I know you will react poorly to it.
Bryce is probably
I'm not sure about Bryce.
Feelings, you guys.
I haven't seen it since being a kid, and I remember being so distraught by it.
This is why I'm saying
it again.
Well, we're gonna have to do My Girl at some point.
Yeah. What? I will confess, it never really hit me that hard. I just never.
Not only did I sob, I bought.
I cried at riding in cars with boys, but My Girl was just like, nah.
I mean, Where the Red Fern Grows, they made us watch that in 6th grade.
Oh, sure,
That's
like
animal
English
stuff.
class.
That's animal.
Sure. So I cried that.
Read it.
I cry all the time. I have feelings.
It's not that I don't think you have feelings. It's that it's a kid, and I'm very concerned you're not going to be upset about the kid.
I have a niece. I love her very much. I am her favorite aunt. My sister trusts me
Flesh and blood.
explicitly.
She's your
with
flesh and blood.
my-
It's different.
I waved to a small child on the subway today because he made eye contact with me. I'm not a child-hating monster. I just don't have children, nor do I want them.
I mean, none of us have children.
I'm
Not
working
to-
That's true.
college.
It's true. None of us have children, but
We're just going to have to watch My Girl at some point and then replay this section
Right.
in the podcast so we can.
We're child adjacent enough where I think that it will be fine.
I actually think I'm the least child adjacent of anybody.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You're more or less? Sorry.
Less child
Oh, yeah.
adjacent.
Yeah, because I'm an only child, so I don't even have like.
Ooh, yeah, that's true.
related
You didn't. Sure. Okay. So maybe we should trust you about movies.
I already know
child.
how I react to it because I've seen that movie like 15 times.
Why?
Yeah, no.
It's one of those movies. We are talking about the wrong movie, but it's one of those movies. That
I know we've reached
Surprised
that
that didn't
point.
happen more with this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we watched this movie, I was like, I don't know what we're going to
Yeah,
talk
I know. I
about.
had the same
No,
thought.
I'm like, I have so
Oh,
much
no,
shit
there's a lot
to
of murder
unload
and
about this
weirdness.
movie.
Yeah.
Terrible parenting.
Not about the movie itself, but about like
parenting.
everything else.
Oh,
And here we are.
speaking of families, you also know what John Lindley shot? Father of the Bride.
Oh.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah.
This is one of those like bad 80s movie that I just love. I don't think
Yeah.
it's
It's a bad 80s movie. It's a bad 90s movie, number one, but it's also not bad.
Okay, fair.
I mean, it's definitely Steve Martin phoning it in.
It's fucking
great.
Steve Martin.
It was definitely one
Yeah,
of
but
those
even
movies
phoning
that
it
shaped
in,
my
Steve Martin
need
is
to
like-
never have a wedding of my own, honestly.
Oh, that's fair. But like phoning it in Steve Martin is still like miles above most people's basic performances. So I give him a pass on a lot of things.
You should definitely watch that while Only Murders in the Building. Only Murders.
Then I would actually have to start watching Only Murders in the Building, which I'm not against watching.
Only Murders in the Building. It's so good.
No,
But
just because
that's
it's
That's
like,
pretty good.
But
just because it's a Martin Short, Steve Martin.
I
pair
love
up,
both those
you know?
people. I can't watch it because everybody tells me I have to watch it and that I would love it. See also Schitt's Creek,
Don't watch it.
which I
Don't
still
watch
haven't
it.
watched.
Don't watch
Oh.
that.
Ted
Right.
Lasso.
Bryce. Right.
You know what, Bryce?
Right.
They
I
all
don't
fuck-
make the rules here.
I ended our episode with a Ted Lasso joke.
I don't make the rules here.
I'm
By
gonna
the
say,
way-
you and Alex,
You know what?
just because other people enjoy something doesn't mean that it's
of
not
all,
good.
No,
Dana,
I
I've
like when
grown
people
past
enjoy
that.
things,
I've
and-
grown past that because I really enjoy Ted Lasso. I really enjoy all these Only Murders in the Building. But I'm going to try and use some reverse psychology on Bryce. Don't fucking watch them, Bryce. They fucking suck.
So
Oh,
again,
there
no,
you
this
go.
it's
Yeah.
not. It's my brain goes. You're not the boss of me.
That's
You're
fair.
just punishing yourself though, because for a
They're really
fact,
great.
I can
I
tell you.
can't fight with the no. You're not the boss of me voice in my brain. I
Love all
can't.
We
of
do
watched
it.
Schitt's Creek. We didn't watch Schitt's Creek for a while, not because I didn't want to, just because we had so much TV that we were watching.
It's the lizard brain.
And then
Yeah.
and
No,
then
you
when
can't
we
stop it.
finally started watching Schitt's Creek, we looked at each other like, how did we not know about this?
You know what?
show
I know
before
this
that?
is
Okay,
true.
And
so
we also
this
didn't
is-
really
this is
know about
also-
it.
I know we've
And-
gone like 7 or 8
we
steps away from
we
this movie.
And you know what?
we need to wrap this up.
Every time I think about watching this, about watching these, people tell me I have to watch it and make a fuss, and then the brain goes, "Not the boss of me," and so it's another 6
I love
months.
that we saved our tangents till the very end of
To the
this.
very end where we're
That's
just
how
like,
long
fuck it.
podcast
That's how we know
episode.
we're done. But also
Yeah.
because you are only hurting yourself.
Not the boss of me.
I was also gonna say my favorite part about those kind of things is like it took me so long to get into Fleabag because of the same reason.
So I can't watch
love it.
Fleabag because I'm still Catholic enough in my soul that I cannot deal with somebody falling in love with a priest. I
Oh, her,
can't.
Oh, you
her
don't
and her
understand.
sis-
You don't
her and her
understand.
sister in that in that show are fucking like amazing. I
Hot
love
priest.
it.
Is this,
I can't. It
I need to watch this.
Monsignor
Dan.
Warren and Father Lou would come to me in my nightmares
I guarantee you.
and make me like sit through a face-to-face confession.
Talk
Oh,
about
If any of
God.
you non-Catholics haven't sat through that
if
bullshit,
you
let
haven't
me tell
watched
you.
Evil, Hot Priest galore.
We
Hey,
can't
Hot
watch Evil.
Priest is-
We can't
No,
watch
you
Evil.
Hot
definitely
Priest is
can't,
great.
but Bryce could.
No, sure.
Oh, Bryce would love it.
But I need to watch Fleabag just because it's Moriarty as hot priest.
Yeah.
Saying.
I hated him as Moriarty, but I actually like him as a performer.
I liked him as Moriarty.
No, he was garbage.
Anyway,
way off.
We're now talking about
like British
shows.
Right.
British.
We're talking about like BBC nonsense.
Yeah, exactly.
At least we've closed the loop with British trauma from like Randall's opening.
100%.
Doesn't hold up.
Does this hold up?
Doesn't hold.
I don't think so.
No.
It's very bland. I loved
It's very
it as
bland,
a kid.
yeah.
I was also a kid.
I think if I saw it on
being much
Lifetime,
more-
I would stop and watch it.
I mean, if this was a
That's what it
podcast,
is.
I'd stop and listen to it. But like the movie itself is bland.
It's a Lifetime movie.
Yep.
It's
It's a Lifetime movie.
Well, actually,
It
now
needs
it
to
would be a Hallmark movie.
Sure.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
Or
it
like-
even has that like.
ABC Family movie.
If they showed the dog death, it would be on Shiver. Yeah. So
Lifetime does a lot less of it than they used to.
Yeah, Lifetime has kind of steered away, but Hallmark does do like the gritty drama stuff that they try to do, but it's always like this sensationalized nonsense.
Yeah.
And as somebody who is an avid Hallmark Christmas movie fan, because I love Lacey Chabert.
I do love Lacey Chabert.
Oh my God, she is the reigning queen.
Hanukkah movies.
She's the reigning queen of Hallmark.
Christmas movie.
I don't blame you for that.
We continue to go off the rails on this episode.
There's so many other things to talk about. I'll tie this up though.
Okay.
It is good to watch Elijah Wood in Yellow Jackets, where he plays a little a psychopath.
Yeah.
So if you Yellow Jackets,
it's good to watch Elijah Wood in anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I think he's not Macaulay Culkin, but he hasn't done
Dirk
anything.
Gently. Dirk Gently was
Wait,
really
What's the one where he
Did
is
he,
in a
did
he's
he
a
play
dog?
Dirk Gently?
Yeah.
Yes.
In the-
Well, he played not Dirk Gently, but he was like the sidekick,
he was
right?
the sidekick.
Oh, okay. I was like, I could actually. I never watched it.
It was good.
Look, Dark Tea Time of the Soul is one of my favorite fucking novels of all fucking time, and I do not understand why they haven't adapted it. And then when I saw they were adapting it, I immediately went no.
It's like there's multiple seasons, Randall. It's
I know, and I don't want to engage with it because
all right, because we're not the boss of you.
No, fuck it. You're not the boss of me. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna throw a dead dog in the well, and then
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rewatch the extended edition of Lord of the Rings.
I don't care how angry that dog was. Did not deserve that end.
I do want to end on this one thing. If I had to get dropped off a cliff, I would like my last words to be,
Mommy?
Hey, Mark. Don't fuck with me.
All right, noted.
Because
I really
that
hope
is
the
the
Dave
best.
from the toaster oven came up.
That is the best line delivery I've seen Macaulay Culkin give in a long time, and just like that cold, dead stare. Yeah, all right, I buy it. You're a psychopath.
All right.
Totally. Don't fuck with them.
Are
Honestly.
you gonna
don't
end
fuck
with
with
Talking Heads Psycho Killer?
Ooh, that would be a good one.
Killer.
Yeah, you're gonna. I can't say the French stuff because I suck.
Yeah, but you'll try live on air.
I will.
Right.
Wait. Je m'appelle Randall.
Okay,
Je suis
no.
bicyclette.
You're a bicycle?
I am a bicycle.
All right, we've gone so far off the rails. I am stopping
Shut it
this.
off.
Turning it off.